Hello, everybody. Welcome to new edition of Dinner Plus Drinks. If you are watching, you can see
there's two of me.
Special guest. It's a big weekend for Bridget and Shannon. This is Shannon. You've heard her mention.
Be mentioned.
She is Bridget's twin sister, and you guys are turning some big number this weekend.
I don't think we talked about that. Actually, while I was getting ready today, I'm like, do we acknowledge the age?
I had the same thought. Do I have to mention it?
So you guys are celebrating that, and we thought this would be
21.
a perfect opportunity
to welcome Shannon.
Welcome Shannon.
It's
and
also
have
a good week for you to watch on YouTube so you can see what we look like.
Yeah.
a little twin talk.
Okay, but also because we're celebrating our birthday. And we know I love a good hat. I brought
good.
regular size party hats. Okay, to be fair, I really went to look for regular size ones and they only had these giant ones. So we have birthday headbands and birthday hats.
Can I wear the hat?
I mean, there's two hats, so...
Yeah, I think I need a headband.
Okay. Nick and I are going to put on hats.
I like the hats. But...
Shannon's got her birthday headband because we do birthdays big at the Gallagher. Gallagher's my maiden name. So we do birthdays big
She's
at our
Irish.
house.
Did you know that?
Have you heard? So anyway, why not wear a hat? Because here we are. Okay.
Here
Thanks, guys.
we are.
I wonder if is this on camera? Can you see the whole hat?
No, it actually goes out of frame. It's so tall.
Okay, guys. Well,
actually, no.
here
Yours is because you're shorter than I am.
Can you just do the whole show?
Just squat a little for the show.
So Nick's going to be getting his squats in.
There you go.
So we're here. It's our birthday weekend.
It's a good workout.
Our birthday is actually Saturday, so we're recording, now early like we always do, and the podcast will come out the day after our birthday. So,
but it's Lake Geneva Country Meat's birthday on Sunday.
Yeah. So,
I didn't know we shared a birthday weekend.
We sure do. Nick had B-Day written on his calendar on September 20th, and I was like, "That's the wrong day. My birthday's on the 19th." And he's like, "It's not your birthday, dummy. It's Lake Geneva Country."
How does your calendar not revolve around us?
I know. Seriously.
Probably should. I had Bridget and Tyler's anniversary on the calendar for some reason, and it was not at all like the right day.
But it's near yours, so
maybe it
I was like, you have your own on there?
Well, no, it was like in July, so maybe it was like a date or something. I don't know that you told me.
We have no special days.
Maybe it was the first day you and Tyler ate duck together, and I put it on there to make sure I cooked Tyler a beautiful duck dinner because we all know who's important in your relationship.
Yes, Tyler and his love for duck. Well, thanks for clarifying that. Shannon, I think, ranks above me even. So
maybe I do get a lot of shout outs on this podcast. I feel like the people have needed to see me.
Yeah, I'm so grateful. Thanks for being here. Actually, our other sister, we might as well mention her too.
I guess.
She texted me after last week's episode and said, "Thanks for the early shout out," because we mentioned her early on. So anyway, thanks for being here.
Are you so excited?
I really am excited.
I know. It's so fun to have
podcast
guests.
Listener.
I'm a big podcast listener. I am. And I do listen to you guys every week. I was a slow adopter. And
because we're interesting or because you're my sister?
I don't know. But I do it when I get ready, like on Mondays, and I feel like I'm listening, like hanging out with my friends.
Yeah.
Because I am, kind of.
Because I am virtually hanging out with my friends.
You're not the only podcast I listen to.
What?
But yeah.
What's your favorite,
you do rank high.
Not Nick and Bridget podcast?
Well, currently it's the Office Ladies because
that's great.
I mean, unsurprisingly, we have like lived with the Office the show, and so now listening to the podcast is just like,
I listen to it, but I'm not
the show.
I'm not obsessed with The Office like the rest of the world. I like it. I just like.
You're more of a Parks and Rec person.
I am more of a Parks and Rec person.
You can like both, and if you listen to the podcast,
later.
you will find out that they are connected. That they share producers and writers and all of that. So
Parks and Rec is better because it was basically my life.
Yeah. But you were a slow adopter to that.
I was.
It took us forever to convince you to watch that.
I'm not a big sitcom person. I'm like a crime drama show.
We need more drama in our lives.
Yeah. It's odd.
It's all about the drama.
During the pandemic, I have stopped watching those shows because I can't handle more drama.
Yeah.
So anyway.
Rom-coms,
All right, well, let's get this started with something.
Something. What are we drinking today? This is heavily influenced by Shannon and her love for champagne.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, it's not actual champagne today. It's American sparkling wine, rosé, from Gruet. Some people might pronounce it Gruet. It's delicious. It's grown in New Mexico.
Oh,
if I could find the proper place to open this.
Do you need some help, Nick?
Actually, one of you
From
with
the champagne
nails,
professional?
one of you with nails, if you could pull off at that.
Oh, this is hard. Oh, here. Shannon probably
Usually
is
these
taking
things the
good
foil
prenatals
has.
still because she just had a baby.
I know,
we didn't talk about this.
Thank you.
I think you guys have heard about my baby if you're a regular listener.
We were on Baby Watch 2020 for a while, so this is the first sighting of Shannon since baby Nolan was born.
Yeah, I'm still on maternity leave. He's here. I mean, not here currently.
So she can have champagne with us right now because she's on maternity leave.
Sure.
Of course.
I'm sorry, sparkling wine from New Mexico.
This is on Oprah's favorite things list. This place blew up because of Oprah.
Woo!
Ooh. A proper opening of non-champagne champagne.
Wait, this exact one is on Oprah's favorite list?
I don't know. One of them is.
Thank you for this.
Wow.
Some of them are.
Thank
Doing
you.
really great.
Okay, everybody. Excuse me.
Guys, I really do love champagne. My entire bachelorette
This is
party.
New Mexico champagne.
Well, that's
so,
perfect.
you know, what's better than that?
Good thing we have these paper towels on hand.
Wow.
If only.
There you go.
Thank you.
Here you are.
What a team player.
Okay, yeah, Shannon's whole bachelorette party, I think we mentioned this once, but was champagne themed.
It was the campaign for champagne, so it's even election year themed because that's also a year I got married 4 years ago.
So there's also a pandemic that year because every election year there's a pandemic.
Okay.
Well, I don't remember that one, I guess.
This is not a political episode this week.
Anyway, campaign for champagne was a big deal, and champagne was spelled S-H-A, like the beginning of my name.
Champagne.
Yeah, it was very well themed. We
It
happened
was
to
my
have
favorite themed event I've ever planned.
They just so happened to have a picture of me, thumbs up, holding a bottle of champagne. So those were our campaign buttons. I couldn't find it to wear today. I did try.
Shoot.
Anyway.
Cheers.
Oh my, okay. Cheers.
Happy birthday.
Thanks, guys.
And happy birthday to Lake Geneva Country Meats.
Yes.
Equally as important.
Delicious.
You guys, so good.
Little rose.
Okay, guys, so-
goes a long way.
Bubbly is our favorite. We love it very much. So what to drink this week was easy. But what to eat?
Can I just also say this is only like $17. So all you people that don't think, champagne's obviously for celebrations, but for all of you people that don't drink enough sparkling wine in your life, this is very good and it's $17.
You're wrong.
You can drink sparkling wine every day. It's so good. I would recommend
Breakfast, lunch,
drinking
and
it.
dinner.
Yes, I would recommend drinking it in the morning to start your day off with a sparkle. If you find you're ornery in the mornings, a little bit of sparkling wine will just add that little bit of sparkle to your day, and you might not be such a jerk at work.
There are other words for that too, but also celebrating is good.
We all know that person that you show up at work and you're like, Karen, so maybe you should show this portion of the podcast, play it for your coworker, and say, "Hey, Karen, Nick had a really good tip about maybe you might want to start your day with a little bit of sparkling wine. It might pep you up."
You guys, poor Karen. She's having a rough year.
Did you see?
She deserves it.
I almost put this on my random news stories, but there was a story about how they're running out of names for named storms.
Oh yeah, they're at the end of the road.
Yeah, and they go to alpha, beta, chart, whatever.
There's never been a Bridget.
It's just in the year. They do one different, they're at like XYZ right now.
Yeah.
So then they go to the Greek
understood.
alphabet.
So they, but they said it was like because the census data for the most popular names came out and everything. Nolan was not on there. Shocking.
Oh, shoot.
That's
But,
okay. I don't like it to be on the most popular.
Lucille was.
Oh, Lucille.
Simona was not.
Also shocking.
Also shocking. Maybe in Romania, not in America. But they said that because there's speculation about will Karen just plummet down the list. And they said actually no. When Monica Lewinsky had her whole thing, it got very popular again. And
funny.
a lot of these tropical storms, people are like, I like that name for a baby. Like Hurricane Katrina, Katrina's went. You would think, no.
It's hard to come up with kids' names, so what
yeah.
better place to find a kid's name?
All right.
Hurricane.
So, that side note, John, Bridget.
Thanks for that.
I'm very excited to hear about this thing you ate this week because it sounds like it was a tip
gross.
maybe Shannon gave you.
Okay.
Yep.
I am not a Costco shopper, everybody, but there was a Groupon deal for a Costco membership that I talked myself into. I was like, because it was basically free, to be honest with you. It was like $60 plus you got a $40 Costco gift card. I'm like, okay, I'll do this for $20. I'm a Costco member for a year. I just don't understand the need to buy things in bulk. So I live 2 minutes from a grocery store. Why don't I just go there when I need the things? I also work at Lake Geneva Country Meats where I can get most things I need.
You're going to get
not
some hate
toilet
for this.
paper in bulk. Yes, I know. The other thing is part of me is people freaking love Costco and I just don't understand.
People.
Also, another thing.
But that pizza dough.
It's so the pizza, whatever. Everyone has a cult favorite
$1.
thing. And
It's like you're in New York.
Yeah, same.
it takes to me so much preparation. And oddly, like I like to prepare and be organized in my work life, but preparing grocery lists, like to buy in bulk, I can't. I don't know.
I can attest to this. The number of times you're like, oh, I was making this for dinner today and I don't have it.
Yeah, I'm making this for dinner. I need to buy it.
Oh, yeah.
We did a planning day this week, and I don't think I've seen you so happy in like 3 months.
It was the best.
Yeah.
But like for work.
Yeah.
But in my personal life, I don't know. We have some meatballs we can make our kids. Like,
and I'm the opposite.
Yeah. Okay, that's shocking. You may find that we're very opposite. So anyway, Costco. That is a whole different episode, I think. I will say.
Let's take it on the road and do a Costco with Shannon and Bridget episode.
Dude, I will cry. It's so overwhelming.
That would make it so good.
So we did go to Costco.
Bridget's in tears.
We pretty much
mascara running down her face.
Think of the views.
Okay, guys. What I learned from Costco is like there's tons of things that look delicious, and there's clothing, and there's toys, and there's a million things you can buy and spend so much money. We spent so much money, but Tyler was like, well, remember it's food for a month, and it's this. I'm like, but it's not.
Did you get duck?
No, because I'm going to buy all my meat at Lake Geneva Country.
But you don't need to go to the grocery store 3 days a week now.
Anyway.
Like,
we don't have pallets of duck. I can see Tyler walking and be like,
I don't
it's
need
a
pallets
pallet
of
ducks. Why don't we need
I don't
a pallet?
need it.
Where are we going to store it,
I also
Tyler?
thought-
I don't know.
Who
Build a
cares?
freezer. We're renovating. We can build a freezer for our duck.
We'll build a
freezer.
giant meat freezer. Okay, I also
duck
bought
only.
strawberries that were bad the next day. So,
Oh, man.
Anyway, what I did like from Costco, back to that. I bought this. I love gnocchi. We love gnocchi at our house. And we love the cauliflower gnocchi. We can buy sweet potato, all the things. This was like a gnocchi dinner kit. And I'm like, who am I kidding? I don't plan my dinners ahead of time. This will be great when I can't think of
That's the
anything
thing
to do.
Costco is great
Yes,
for.
it was. So it was like herbed butter, put it in a pan, and it tells you very detailed how to do this. Squeeze this butter into a pan. Let it melt. Put the gnocchi in for 2 minutes. Don't touch it. Then stir it around for 5 minutes.
Oh my gosh.
Then you add this cheese sauce. The end. The whole meal took like 7 minutes, and it was freaking delicious.
You know, I made like the same thing, but without those instructions.
I know that,
And
and I can make it. So this was a really long way of saying I loved my Costco gnocchi kit because I didn't have to think about it, and it was so good.
I love having Shannon here to back me up on this because we both have this thing of like, yeah, you just cook it.
You just put it in the pan.
I could have.
And Bridget's like,
And
well,
you
I
stir
need
it around.
detailed instructions. We're like, put the butter in the pan and cook it.
And it just melts.
I paid a premium for the very specific directions.
That is what you paid for.
Oh, we laugh about this with my mom because she's like, well, I don't know, you just like put a dash in. I'm like, no, a dash is not a measurement. Like, you
But
put
in
a little
cooking
bit
it
here. I'm like, no. So
a tipple is a measurement.
It is.
BS.
You need to be a baker then, where they give you like to the gram.
I don't need to be
and
any of these things.
That's why I can't bake because it's like 27.2 grams of. I'm like, what's this?
Oh,
I don't want to get
yeah.
the scale out. When I do sausage making, I do get the scale out.
I don't have a scale. I don't weigh my body or my food. I don't own a scale.
Well, I mean, a food scale, I'd be really worried about you if you could get on a food scale and weigh yourself.
I don't have either kind of scale.
I think you just got an episode title.
Yes, you did. Good
I don't
idea.
weigh my body or my food.
I'll write that down right now.
Shannon, what did you eat that was delicious
Oh,
this week?
you guys, this is okay. I listen to you all the time, and Nick razzes Bridget for indecisiveness, and so I was making a list.
What?
And I'm like, oh my god, I can't decide. What do I do? He's gonna yell at me.
Yep, Nick's going to yell at you.
So I will
Rude.
decide for you. And the thing that I'm gonna say is that we had s'mores this week. And
Some more what? Early dad joke.
Early dad joke.
Oh, God.
And
Sick
the
of these
reason,
dad
I mean,
jokes.
like on par with the theme of the episode, they were special because they've always been a thing in our family. My husband, before we were married, it was like the first night that we became like officially
Became a
dating.
couple?
It was a Friday the 13th, and we had s'mores. And his family does it up. They have like Reese's and Rolos
Yeah.
and classic chocolates.
I saw this on your
Yes,
Insta story.
it's
I
like a
didn't
thing.
vote because I was on Simona's account at that
Rude.
time, and it'd be kind
Oh.
of weird if Simona voted.
I mean,
over, man.
Max had his first s'more. So all in all, like Michael brought home all the s'mores stuff. We, did it in our little
Adorable.
backyard and had our kiddo had his first s'more. So, it was like a good food memory.
Why didn't you
What's
feed
your
any
favorite of
Roland?
the things?
I
The
am a
Rolo one sounds
classic
good.
s'mores guy.
She's a
That
guy.
Rolo sounds so good.
I mean, the Rolos are good, and they're all good. You can't, go wrong.
Reese's.
But I really love the classics,
Yeah.
and this happens with a lot of food. I like the classic version of it, so that's
So-
my favorite. But double marshmallow.
I'm gonna.
Yeah,
double
double marshmallow. Always, yeah.
Double chocolate.
So Bridget tried to get a chocolate chip cone at McDonald's, having not
Oh my
realized
God.
But they haven't been there.
haven't been there. And
I haven't been to
decade?
McDonald's in a long time, which I'm proud of, okay?
that reminds me of my favorite thing about Canada is they have Rolo McFlurries at Canada.
Not just
Your
like
favorite
Oreo.
thing about Canada?
Well, because you can get these Rolo McFlurries everywhere. They tried it in America once, didn't go well, but the Rolos are really good
You're
at
a big
McFlurries.
Rolo
So if
fan.
you're in Canada,
Chocolate caramel.
Thanks for listening in Canada.
go. We have Canadian listeners.
I know. I'm saying thank you.
Or if you drive up there, it's just a short jaunt up to the border.
I don't think we're allowed in. We're definitely
We're not allowed
Oh
in
yeah,
there
we're
right
not
now.
allowed in that.
Sorry.
My thing this week was something Bridget would have really enjoyed. I
I
don't
see
know
that.
if you saw it
Bridget
on the
would
website.
really have enjoyed.
But the recipes on the website is a yogurt and lemon marinated chicken breast.
I did. I was going to put it on the meal plan this week, but I thought you'd make fun of me.
It's really good.
I'll wait till
Really
next week.
sensitive here.
It's really good.
Yeah, he picks on me.
So yogurt is an excellent marinator of the chicken. It
Marinator.
tenderizes it, it flavors it, it juices it up. We're
Juicy.
usually not you have to do a long marinade type of people, but yogurt definitely give it 8 hours, 12 hours, something like that at least. It was so good. And then we served it with a fresh tomato salad and some
Tomato.
pita. And I used the extra yogurt to make a dipping sauce with lemon juice and olive oil and fresh dill. And you just kind of get the pita and go, huh.
That's how Nick eats
But like
it,
how
at
much
least.
lemon juice and how much dill? And like
Okay.
a teaspoon or
making
a
fun of me.
tablespoon?
So what you do is you
How
get a
will I
cup of
repeat
yogurt
this?
and then you pour in oil until it covers the surface.
Oh.
And then you put some salt in.
I gotta write
grind in
this
some
down.
pepper. Chop up some dill. You mix it together and then you go like this.
And then you taste it. Yeah.
And if it tastes good, you stop.
You
if
keep
it needs
eating it.
something, I actually had a bit of cumin and a bit of paprika on mine, but I didn't write the recipe like that.
Do you think it's just normal and expected that people know, like, this needs a touch of paprika?
Yeah. Yes.
What?
I don't know.
I can tell if it needs salt, but like the end. Or if I want
Yeah.
something spicier.
But we're spice people, and I have learned
Yep.
this about you. And I don't think as good as you.
Shannon is
But
a
once
devout
you
fan.
like learn, you guys, I pay attention to my podcasts. But once you like learn enough about spices, even just a little bit, then yeah, you can
Chance.
tell.
Have more.
This is great, you guys. I don't.
Shannon hasn't drank in like years because she's had kids.
So if you join for the second half of the show,
It's going to be
better.
really, really great. So I'll put the link to that recipe. It's Greek kind of themed, but it's also can be Indian themed if you just put a little curry powder in it.
Ooh, yum.
So also a great
I'm
way
with
of
that.
I
doing
keep
that.
expecting, like, that sounded like it was leading into a dad joke. And I'm like, oh, are you surprising us again
We'll
with
get
another
to
dad
one.
joke?
We'll get to. I have more possibly. I don't know.
I bet.
Maybe not. All right, Bridget, you have
super
something important to talk
excited.
about.
Yes. You know, the last couple weeks we've been doing a little treat yourself. If you don't know,
Treat yourself.
treat yourself
Treat yourself.
like that. It's from Parks and Rec. I love Parks and Rec.
Aziz
We've
Ansari
already talked
before
about
he
it.
was.
Aziz
Whatever.
Ansari.
That's like the best character he's ever played.
Yeah,
Yep.
he's very
Yeah.
good.
So anyway,
He also had a podcast, and his book is really good. It's pretty
listen
funny.
to Shannon.
Yeah.
She's coming early with product Rex.
Oh, so
So-
many.
Can't decide.
I picked one.
Gallagher family trait. Tonight. Okay, well, the day of recording. We're recording early because we are going out of town for our birthday. So I won't be here on our normal Friday recording. So we're recording on the 17th. You should know that you're going to miss this because watch it on YouTube or watch it wherever you can. Parks and Rec is doing another special episode, if you will. So they're doing a town hall specifically for Wisconsin, swing states, I should say. So the Democratic Party is helping organize this, and they're going to do a town hall, which is hilarious. If you've ever seen the show, they do town halls all the time, and they're the best part of the show. Especially if you've ever worked in city government or government at all, you're like, oh, this is real life. Insane people can stand up and say whatever the hell they want, and people listen. I digress.
It's called social media.
Yeah, it's like real life social media, but people that are too old to do social media. Okay, anyway, what they're going to be doing is discussing and encouraging absentee voting and early voting. I've already got my absentee ballot. I don't know that I trust that it's going to make it back in time, so we might just drop it off at the polling
Smart
station.
plan.
Smart.
But did you know that in Wisconsin they can't even start counting them until election day?
Yeah, which
in
is
swing state. Yeah,
But I'm going to drop it
Idiotic.
off, I think, on election day. Either way, I don't trust. I'm not going to mail it in, is my point. But I will be voting. Also, they're going to tell people like how to vote, how to fill out your ballot, in case you're not sure. Because I think that a lot of people, specifically
Here's
young
how you
people,
vote.
might
There's
not know.
names on a list.
pick the
and
right
you put
one.
a circle next to the one
Okay,
you
you
want.
dummies. More like, how do you
be
register?
sure you're
How do you
registered?
know? So, like, you can go to myvote.wi.gov if you're in Wisconsin specifically and find out how to register and get yourself registered. So, anyway, this is on tonight. They're also going to do, of course, a Q&A, which will be a hilarious mixture of, like, real voting questions and questions about Parks and Rec, and it's going to be wonderful. Watch it.
So live as we're recording this is my life. My friend Theodore texted me, okay, I'm worried about my brisket being done in time for dinner on Saturday. He's Jewish. It's Yom Kippur.
Yom Kippur, yeah.
So they're doing brisket. Thoughts on starting tomorrow, taking it to the stall, pulling, wrapping, and putting it in the fridge overnight, then putting it back to Saturday and the finish. Thoughts?
Real life.
This is real life in the Nick Vorpagel life. You just get random dudes texting you.
I love it.
I mean,
How do you cook brisket?
if you have meat questions, go to the guy over
I actually
here.
came here with a few questions to talk about off air, probably.
Perfect. All right, Shannon, I'm going to answer Teddy's question. What do you got going on
For
with your
news?
news?
Well, okay. So I came here being like, I have to feel out the vibe today because there have been
Yeah.
a few weeks where it's like a little darker.
Yeah, but we're
And I was like,
celebrating
okay,
this
do
week.
I?
We're
I was like,
celebrating. We had
do I-
champagne.
Do I go? Yeah.
a birthday.
So I'm going with like a really light, easy thing that I'm sure people have seen, and it's been in a number of sources. But the one that I read was a dad from Cincinnati that like created the trick or treat tube,
Yes!
so that you can be like distant
That's
at Halloween.
pretty
They're
cool.
like,
It's
please
so
don't
cool.
cancel Halloween. Like we've
Yes.
had enough this year. Let the kids get
freaking
some
outdoor
candy.
activity.
And so he's a horror film, guru and loves all this stuff. And
Yes.
so he built just this little tube down the handrail of the front
It's just
stoop
like
of
a
his house.
PVC pipe, right?
Yeah, and it says put your bucket here and you put it at the bottom of the tube and you send a little Snickers bar down the tube.
love it.
It's so cute. And so people are doing a lot of versions of that for Halloween and I think it's great.
Do you think it's going to cause a PVC shortage?
I do not.
2020.
Use all your Amazon boxes and like make
Yes.
something. Yeah. And it's, someone else said they did they darkened their whole house and had their kid hunt around their house like for a really, really well hidden bag of candy.
I think we're gonna do that.
Yeah. And so there's like people are now getting creative with Halloween. I think it's hilarious.
So nice. I am seeing now stuff come out about like communities that are doing trick-or-treating, how they're doing it safely. So like Lake Geneva city government, if you're listening, let's vote on trick-or-treating and get it figured out. I've already been asked twice because I used to work in the city and said, hey, do you know if trick-or-treating's happening? So anyway, it's been really great to see that communities are figuring out ways to do it. Can't wait.
Yeah.
Look how serious Nick is. You guys need to be watching on YouTube.
Well, I
giving
just
brisket
realized
advice.
He's really distracted.
I just realized that a challenge for him might be I can't remember how he does Sabbath, if he can use the oven or not.
Yeah, that is.
Oh,
so here,
my
this
friends
is what I was
cannot-
looking for.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
that's a thing. Like there's that's one of the things with like automatic timers for ovens.
Yeah.
For Orthodox Jewish people who can't even like touch the oven to turn it on.
Yeah, which I have friends that fall in that category.
A friend. This just reminded me. A friend of ours, a friend of Shannon's that I know through. Sim, if you're listening, hello. But he posted something on his story that made me giggle. It said Rosh Hashanah is on the only 2 days of the week we already
Rosh
have
Hashanah,
off.
not Yom Kippur.
Classic 2020 move. And it just like made me giggle. Obviously, this is something he celebrates, and I don't, so it made me think about it and giggle. And yeah, classic 2020 move.
2020. Yeah.
My story is a good news one too. I don't know if you've seen the Nandy Bushell, Dave Grohl stuff.
No.
So Nandy
I don't even know who
is
that is. Oh,
yes, I
this
did, the little
10-year-old.
girl.
Yes, she's this
Yeah.
10-year-old
Oh, I was like,
British
I don't know
girl
who that is, right?
with
Yes, so
awesome
cute.
hair. And she's got a YouTube channel with hundreds
awesome
of.
hair.
She's a drummer, and she does YouTube videos where she drums along to songs. She does her own takes on songs.
Yeah.
She's been on Ellen. She's sponsored by Zildjian. She's sponsored by all these like big drum companies. She's very good. Part of me finds it incredibly weird that a 10-year-old's talking like an adult. All these sponsorships.
It's awesome.
Has an incredible following.
I think that's our future, man.
Yes.
Yeah.
This is like 2020 though. Like a 10-year-old has millions of people following her on YouTube.
Yeah.
So
we've aged out of that, or
We'll see. But
Yeah.
so her idol is Dave Grohl of Foo Fighters now, and she kept like challenging him to drum battle, not
I
drug
was like,
battle.
drugs? Did
Dave
anyone
would
else
definitely
do
win that one. But he finally saw it and accepted her challenge, and they've been going back and forth.
That's
He
awesome.
admitted defeat, but made the Nandy theme song. So the second or third response was like, Nandy, I bet you can't drum along to this because I'm just making it up now, and it's your theme song. It's super cool, super Dave Grohl, and it basically goes like this: Nandy, Nandy, And then
Nick
there's
should
some
be a drummer?
other lyrics.
Sure.
But it's really cool. It's really heartwarming, and I think it's a great story. You should check it out. Watch the video. It's really funny. Her reaction's really funny, and I totally forgot about it. But I was searching for stories about celebrity parents with multiples, like you guys, because I thought that would be fun.
Guys.
And Dave Grohl came out because he actually has triplets.
He does?
Yeah, he called them Anna 1, Anna 2,
Oh,
Anna 3. Got it. All right, time to take a break. All right, we're back with product recommendations.
You stole my
and
line.
Shannon has
That's my favorite
a
line.
gajillion.
So many.
So how we're going to do this is Shannon's going to give one, Bridget's going to give one, Shannon's going to give one, I'm going to give one, Shannon's going to give one.
Whoa.
She has a lot of time
Shannon's
to make
our
up.
celebrity this week.
No,
so.
I actually worked really hard at this. I was walking around the house with my crying child last night, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm talking to my
products?
husband. I'm like, what do I use right now? Like diapers and a stroller. Like no one cares.
I highly recommend diapers. They
Yeah,
are
they're
better
useful.
than not using
Use
diapers.
diapers. Lucy pees on the floor all the time, actually.
Oh my god.
It's great.
I guess my kids don't do that.
Oh,
right
mine
now.
do.
Yeah.
Get a dog. You're used to it now.
Just basically a puppy.
How did your dog vote go, by the way?
Well, I'm losing it constantly. We have this it's not plastic. I don't know what it is. Dog that has a Santa hat on it that we got in a white elephant
It's like
gift.
ceramic.
And Lucy, it's the first thing she does every morning is pull it by its hat and bring it out into the living room. I'm like,
Oh,
yeah, we
see?
keep it around here. We also keep it out year round.
But like, if you guys get a dog and it doesn't come from me as a Christmas gift, I'm gonna be really sad.
We're not getting a dog.
So what's your first recommendation?
Okay. My first recommendation is the Hatch Rest. So it's a light nightlight and a noise machine. And I did notice that you guys have one too.
Yep,
Last
they
time I
are
was here.
great.
They're
Bless
so
you
great.
guys.
And the reason I feel like this is not, I use it for our son Nolan, but the reason I feel like it's not only for him is I will totally use it once he is aged out of it. You can pick the color that you want to use. You can
love
pick
that
the
feature.
soundscape. Yeah.
Wait,
you
I'm
can,
sorry. Why will you use it as an
because
adult?
you can program it to like, oh, I want to sit in bed and read a book, so I'm going to put on like the blue light and the rain, and then
nice.
when I want to sleep, I just want like fan noise maybe, and then when I wake up, it's like a sunrise.
There's a button for Brittany that puts you it's like a blue, green light, actually red light now because
Yeah.
everything's on fire, and like rain,
Sorry.
and wildlife,
Yeah.
and nature.
Yeah, and you can program all of it to turn on when you want, turn off when you want.
Did
like
Brittany
it's
respond about my lawn question when she
Yeah.
said thanks for the early show?
Great. Wait, I feel like I talked to her about it
No.
offline.
I don't
What
know.
the heck,
Brittany.
She's been struggling because, literally, the West Coast is on fire. So, she's been having a hard time with
Things
that.
going on. Like trying to
But
breathe.
I'll follow up about the lawn.
All right, Hatchlight.
Yeah, Hatchlight. Great.
Bridget,
Good.
you got a recommendation?
Yeah, because we're celebrating this week, and I just had this. Nothing Bundt cakes. Okay,
yum. Yeah.
You wouldn't maybe know about these because they first were not in
Because you're
Wisconsin.
not cool like Bridget.
But our cousin Jessica, hi Jessica, if you're listening, and Aunt Jenny threw an awesome baby shower for Shannon, for
First
Max.
son, for Max,
Yeah, for her older son. And they had the favor for everyone was these mini Bundt cakes that are
good.
the brand is Nothing Bundt Cakes, but I didn't know anything about them. They're so good. I hate this word, but they're moist and delicious. And we had funfetti ones, I think, for
Yeah.
Shannon. But when we went to Costco, we're like, whoa, this is like a trek. So we're going to stop on the way home. And there was a Nothing Bundt Cake store on the way home, near Kenosha. So we stopped and I got 4 Bundt cakes. they're
mini.
so good. I mean, they're kind of mini.
Not mini enough to eat
We
4.
bought the ones that are this big. Anyway, super delicious. If you've never had them, I imagine you can order. I'm not sure. If not, if you're in Wisconsin, they have one on the way to Kenosha. They have them all over the greater Chicago area as well. We'll post a link in the show notes.
Yum.
Shannon, number 2.
More
Oh
product.
God, number 2. Okay, next one. The game Ticket to Ride.
Love it.
it.
Oh my
Love
God.
it. Played with my friend Gina and Matt. Hey guys, if you're listening.
Hi, guys.
And they have the the United States version, and so I got Ticket to Ride Europe. And yes,
I don't love it as much as the rest
Okay, I
of the
don't have it on my phone. I'm an analog player, so I have the actual board game. We're gonna bring it when we go away this weekend. I love board
Great game.
games. Yeah, so super fun.
It's a
Ticket
lot
to
better
Ride.
than Dungeons and Dragons.
It's a little quicker.
It's different.
Yeah.
My recommendation is an electric lawnmower.
Oh.
I'm
Okay,
gonna have
Dad.
dad jokes. And I'm gonna have dad recs.
Do you wear your white New Balance with it, or?
No, I actually wear my work boots because
Ooh.
I don't like the staining of the shoes.
Oh,
Or
okay.
the
Also,
Snakes.
while you're mowing, things can get on your feet, and you should wear a good quality boot so you don't cut yourself.
Maybe that'll be next week's
I
product.
used to mow in flip-flops. I used to do weed whacking in flip-flops.
Oh,
I
that's a
had
bad
several
idea.
accidents that were painful and dumb. I still will probably do it because I'm dumb. The pain doesn't bother me that much.
Oh boy.
Pain.
Electric.
But so use real things, real boots. But so I was skeptical of this electrical mower thing, but we have a sleeping child. I have to mow while she's sleeping often.
But doesn't your hatch noise machine go loud enough to cover
well,
up the
I
lawnmower?
mean,
Mine
yes,
from Goodwill does, so.
but I mean, a lawnmower at your window is pretty loud.
Yeah.
Isn't that like white noise?
Well, no, because you go.
Yes, but you're supposed to.
We were
teach
just
your
told
children
this is
that.
good.
Noise inflection.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know.
That's
Interesting.
for another day.
Yeah. So anyway,
Interesting.
I bought it from Lowe's. It's the 40-volt model. Gets me about 45 minutes of mowing on a full charge of a battery. So not bad. You got to push it. It's not self-propelled, because I would use battery life, which is contrary to the idea of a electric one.
Yeah.
It is so nice not having to screw around with gas and oil and those things with the mower. It's super simple to set up, operate, all of the things. Does a nice job with the cut. I recommend it if you were in the market for a new lawnmower.
This surprises me
That
from
is
you.
good. This was part of, Michael actually researched this at length, and we didn't settle on
Guys,
anything.
guys,
but that
we
was part
pay
of
a
the
kid to mow our
research,
lawn.
Well, we do know that's what happened. Is
If
our
Michael
neighbor
wants to come and use one,
I
he
mean,
can
maybe
use mine.
we do pay our neighbor some money to mow our lawn, and it's
Some
the
money.
greatest. Well, he has his own little business, and he advertises and gives us flyers in our mailbox. It's adorable.
That's adorable.
Yeah, it's
And
great.
an invoice?
That's what makes
Yeah,
America
it's
great.
really cute.
Young kids, entrepreneurial spirit, delivering newspapers, mowing lawns. We're going to have drones for lawn mowing. We don't have papers anymore. What are kids going to do? Drugs. That's what they're going to do.
Oh my god.
Whoa, this is a positive episode this week, Nick.
All right, Shannon, you got one last
All right.
recommendation?
I mean, I have two more, but I'll give you this
Oh
one,
my
and it's
gosh.
fine. This is called the Lucy Lantern, and
Family
it
planning is what this
no,
one
that's
sounds
not
like?
family planning.
Family plan.
That's
birth
Bridget.
control. Yeah, that's mine.
We don't plan in our household, so anything. Okay, this is a Lucy Lantern, and I realized it because we were playing with it last night.
Not
and
my Lucy.
No, Luci. And if you have kids, they often play with things that are not kid toys at all. And this is one of Max's favorite things. So it's just like a little lantern that is solar powered. Ours has glitter on the inside. We got it at Clearwater Outdoor, and it just turns a bunch of different colors. It's meant to use when you're camping or clip it on your kayak. And yeah, it's super fun. And Max gets a kick out of it. And you charge it in the sun, and then you just can make it change.
We used it. We once went up on a roof of a store downtown to watch fireworks with permission, and we used that as our little light the way.
It gives plenty of light, and it's 10 different colors. I guess it's like the hatch light. Really, I like my
Shannon really
my
likes
different color
ambient light.
I do. I guess it's soothing.
One for the babies, one from Clearwater Outdoor.
Yeah, this one doesn't make noise.
And it's less expensive than the hatch light.
Sure. Yeah.
All right, guys. Hope you appreciated that very lengthy and well
Useful?
thought out and useful
No.
product recommendation segment. We're going to take a break and be right back with some twin questioning.
Twin questions.
All right, we are back with interesting questions with Bridget and Nick.
Nick
and
always has to do
I thought about how I want to do that. All right.
We made Nick do this week. Even though it's my turn, it's more fun to pit the twins
Yeah.
against each other.
So we have
Always.
some questions just for these guys, and these aren't would
Whoa,
you rather's
look how
necessarily.
prepared
They
you
are. They are we're gonna find out the twins. I'm assuming you guys
Typed
get
and printed.
the twin quizzing a lot
All the time.
So number one, which one of you is the oldest?
Me.
Okay.
2 minutes.
2 minutes.
Yeah,
and when we were kids, it was I'm 2 minutes older than you. And
I would say I'm older than you.
my
And Shannon
charming
would say,
response was you're going to die first.
And you know what I said? Not if you get shot. Yep. I said it once. I feel bad about it to this day.
Yeah, wow.
Because in 2020, that's a reality. So, okay.
We grew up in the 80s, guys.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot.
All right, so if you were
Gave it
born
away.
first, why weren't you called Kate and you duplicate?
What?
Some more dad jokes then?
Mom and Dad, can you answer that one?
Duplicate.
Come on, guys. All right. Do you ever do matching outfits? Have you considered that?
Not anymore.
Are you gonna do this for your
The
birthday?
most recent time we did it, maybe we should post a picture, was in college. We were the double mint
Oh,
twins
yeah,
for
that was
Oh,
Halloween.
man.
Yeah.
Why
My
don't you
mom-
do these?
I mean,
Well, we're adults. And in college we weren't. My mom did, however,
weren't.
home make the
Well,
costumes.
technically you were.
Yeah,
No,
like
I'm
I
gonna
think
say
we
we
were.
weren't. Like, if you see these photos,
Not to
I
do
would
what we
say
did
we
in
were.
development.
My mom still in however old we were, I don't know, but
21.
21 plus. She made our Halloween costumes to be the Doublemint twins with matching bags,
Oh,
so
yeah.
we could carry
our
gum and hand it out to people.
Yeah.
Not drugs, like you might think. It was just sticks of gum. It was the best. Also, Easter. That's my other most memorable matching outfit.
But again, Beth Gallagher made it.
Floral. No. Oh, I was talking floral jumpsuits, but you're right. We had dresses.
Those dresses. Yeah.
Really bad dresses.
Otherwise, we really don't. I remember like kindergarten photo day, we don't have matching outfit. Like we did it very infrequently, but when you wanted to be like charmed by the twin thing, they would dress us up.
Actually, this photo is contrary to like I pulled up like every
people.
year.
Show the people.
I mean, I
Yeah.
don't know if the people can,
Well,
but
I'll
every
cut
year
that.
on our birthday, our friends and my mother dig up some old photos and post them on Facebook of us. And so I went and gathered them and put them in a nice little collage for you all to see. And we're matching in 3 of the 4 of the photos. So
Okay. I guess we have bad memory.
So last year we loaded all the kids up and did a Halloween trick or treating with 2-week-old Simona. That was,
yeah.
That was very fun
of all
actually.
the
We
weeks,
needed to
yeah.
like get out and it was
Yeah.
I remember that. Yeah.
It was a beautiful day.
So but like
was.
I feel like you two could do a group. You got the kids, you know, you could be
Do you want to know the best group
a lot of
costume we ever did?
coordinating. Yeah, this is
Yes.
really good.
Supermarket sweep.
Yeah.
It was the best. Obviously it was 6 of us. We each had denim, like 80s washed denim and crew neck sweatshirts.
Yeah.
Again, Beth Gallagher made them for
Yep.
us.
And scrunch
Thanks, Mom.
socks.
This
Scrunch
was
socks.
also in college, so it turns out my mom made our Halloween costumes throughout college.
I guess we weren't adults.
if you had to pick a song that describes your twin, what would it be?
Oh my God.
Oh, we needed some prep for this. Oh.
What if it's like, what's your walkout song?
Yeah, what's your walkout song?
You
That
should be able
doesn't.
to come up with one pretty easily for me.
Yeah, Bridget's is gonna be Thrift Shop by Macklemore.
Any
And
rap.
Ron
I
Lewis.
mean, it will be any rap song, but that's the best one. We rewrote that song for our maid of honor speech at her wedding.
Was
So
the most epic thing in the world.
It should be a theme throughout her life. So it's that.
That's a good point.
That was easy. You're right.
I feel like the thing that comes to mind for Shannon is like walking on sunshine.
Oh.
Like walking on sunshine.
Aren't I
Because she
radiant?
always tries to be so positive. I feel
Tries.
like I need to come up with another one, but that's what came to mind right away.
Oh,
I'm going
that's
with my gut.
very nice.
Yeah. Plus, I got to sing and dance.
What? Yeah, like you need an excuse for that.
That's right.
We have champagne. I mean,
What is your nickname for each other?
Oh, I don't think we have like a special one for
yeah,
each other.
I mean, we just like had our childhood nicknames, but I don't really ever call you that.
Yeah, no one ever calls me that except Dad.
Because it was Hoopy, and
Hoopy,
it was like
because
a
I was
Oh, I
obsessed
thought it
with
was bitch.
basketball. Bidgy, yeah, we talked about
and
that.
Bridget, yeah. you're
Bidgy,
right.
which sounds like bitchy.
And so she didn't like that.
We always called Shannon Shasha because I think Elliot called her Shasha
Yeah.
maybe when he was young.
Yeah.
So we still at my
that's-
house refer to her as Shasha.
Totally. Yeah. We don't call you a lot of nicknames. We'll come up with one this weekend and let you know.
Brittany, my older sister calls me Little B because she's Big B, which she doesn't like. Sorry.
Go figure.
So we don't actually like call her Big B. She's just my eldest sister. So she calls me Little B, which I love. She got me a really adorable little bumblebee necklace.
And it's your Instagram handle.
Yeah, because of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you could give the other one something that cost under $5,000, so a very nice gift, but not like if you had all the money in the world, what would it be? Like, what's the nicest, most thoughtful gift with like a kind of
These are heavy.
not unlimited, but
Yeah, but like a big budget.
yeah,
Under $5,000.
maybe $10,000. So it can't be like a car, can't be a new house, can't be paying for Nolan's
But it could
college.
be like a down payment on a new house.
No.
Well, and
Or part of a down payment.
I mean, and that's my thought was like part of a
What's the
renovation.
nicest thing
yeah.
you could do if you won the lottery for like $200,000? What's the nicest thing you could do for your twin?
Oh my gosh.
Where you'd want
I'd
to do
want to
something
do
nice,
something
right?
for her family because that's very important to her. And they're currently debating looking for a new home. So that's where I go.
mean,
I would rip out her gardens. Is what I would do for her.
Shit, rip out my garden.
no, I
Son, rip out my garden and then
Michael-
plant a new one for
The answer
$5,000.
is, hey Shannon, I hired a landscaper to rip out your gardens,
Yeah.
simplify them, and make them much
mean,
nicer.
yeah.
Look.
No, we learned that
They
when
look
Michael
nice.
gets kind of like angsty or stressed, he weeds. And so I'm like, oh, this is like a bad encouragement.
I used to clean, like do dishes in college
like rage
again
clean.
when I was like
Yeah.
mad at my roommates.
I want to do something really like an extravagant, creative something for Bridget, like so that she has that outlet. But I'm thinking of like trying to think of a really expensive, like a screen printing press or something
Ooh,
like
yes.
that.
I would do
Yeah.
a big party, surprise surprise party for Bridget where I rent an airplane hangar and have a bunch of food trucks show up.
Oh, so yeah, like her wedding.
I don't want to give away any like details.
That's what I would do for you guys.
I don't want to give any details that I'm not supposed to give away, but someone reached out to me today and asked for pictures from my wedding because basically they're debating copying it for an event. And I'm like, oh, I wish I could like charge a premium for this, but
You should.
But
You're
instead,
worth
it's
it.
an organization I support very much, and so I sent them the photos.
Oh, I think I know.
You should choose
I would
to
do a creative thing.
monetize it.
I agree. I mean, this is America.
Is twin telepathy a thing?
Kind of.
Yeah, it is kind of. We
Yeah.
were actually just talking to Dad about this last night because we're very, very different, but there's still totally things where I'm like, I can finish a sentence.
Or my gut is telling me something's wrong.
Well, or today we came with like some of the same stuff where you're like, oh, okay, this is weird.
I don't know if that's telepathy, but it's something.
Yeah.
I know both of you guys pretty well. I spend a decent amount of time with both of you, more with Bridget because we work together.
Yeah.
And there's sometimes when like I'll just hear your voices and I'm like,
Which one is
and there's sometimes where you guys do these things exactly the same that just make me like, oh my God.
So weird.
I don't know who that is.
Twins are so creepy.
My mom,
Yeah.
I'll never forget when my
Tyler.
mom has mixed us up, and I'm like, how do you do this? But she did.
How dare you, Beth?
dare you?
First of
But like
all,
my
how
husband has
dare
done it.
you?
Yeah.
I was like, I think Tyler has some stories
Because
about
from
this.
the back, like we go through various phases of our life. Our hair is different colors. Mine is usually lighter. Hers is usually darker. But it wasn't always that way. And yeah, I think Tyler from the back has like confused us years ago. Tyler and I have been together for eons.
There's a
at this
funny
point.
Reddit thread about that. Just saying.
Oh, great.
For all the men
These
out
are
there.
great questions.
Yeah, these are good.
Finally,
Oh my
Okay.
God.
what is the most annoying thing you get asked about being a twin?
Do you like being a twin?
Oh.
Because the answer is always sometimes.
Would you prefer if she's dead? That's basically what that question is asking,
Shoot me,
right?
didn't you hear?
I literally have always, my whole life since people started asking me if I like being a twin, I have tried to come up with a better answer than sometimes, but
Well,
that's the
my
best answer.
to that was
Sometimes.
always, I don't know any different.
Yeah, that's a
how
better
do
answer.
I
That's a
I
better
don't know.
answer.
You're asking me, do I like my life?
Yeah, like,
Yeah, I found it annoying in like high school. We'd get a lot of the juvenile, which I was like, oh God, what are these questions going to be? Which one of you is
gonna
smarter?
be
Which one of you is
super
better at
difficult.
sports?
yeah.
And I'm like, how do you want me to answer
and why are you
that?
pitting
Like,
us against each other,
yeah.
you douchebag?
We're not talking to anyone specific.
I am.
That kind of stuff is annoying because you're like, you just want me to be mean or kind of arrogant. And
Yeah.
it's hard to do that, particularly
We
as a
all know how
teenager.
Bridget answered.
Bitchy.
Okay,
Just
everybody.
like me, I'm better at all of
So
them.
that was our questions. Hope
great.
you had fun.
Sweating a
hearing
little.
from the twins. All right, time to talk about meal plan.
Yep.
Shannon, you didn't get to see the meal plan
Yeah,
we shared you in on the one Google Doc. We didn't share you in on both.
Yeah.
No,
Sorry,
but
man.
I'm an avid listener, so I know what you're going to cover.
Do you have something that you are excited to cook this week?
Yes. And I've
Oh.
already like half cooked it.
Because you're doing the thing with the stuff.
Yes.
What's your-
Well, I really
all
like
those
cooking.
details.
I'm on maternity leave. It's impossible to do in a timely manner with the baby at home, but I like coming up with stuff to cook. So because we're going away this weekend, and Brittany again will appreciate this, I've wanted to make homemade cinnamon rolls forever.
Oh,
And
yes.
so I did.
Brittany's tried
and
this.
Brittany has tried it. It was not
Subpar.
wildly successful, but
You guys finish that.
I'm
I've
privy.
decided I'm going to have a beer while we're finishing
you
this,
go.
and you guys can finish the champagne.
So I'm home making cinnamon rolls. I've already made the dough. I've made the filling. I've rolled them and shaped them. They're freezing, and I just have to like proof them and bake them again and make the frosting. I'm
Just have
super
to proof
jazzed.
Proof stuff at home?
Well, yeah, I did.
Sure,
You can just
man.
proof
Don't
it
you
in
have
the
a
oven,
proofing
like
drawer?
really like.
Actually, I do
no.
have a proofing oven.
Yeah. Well, you
my
can just
God,
turn the
you
oven
guys.
on to like the really low setting for a minute or two, and then turn it off, and then it's just like a warm box.
My oven has a warm setting,
Yeah.
and it has a 150 bake
That's
setting.
perfect. So you could do that, and just then it's warm. Anyway, so we'll see how they turn
guys,
out. But
that
I'm
sounds
really
delicious.
excited about it. So we'll see. Yeah,
It'll
it is
be-
not meat related.
it'll be
It is
interesting.
It's okay. It doesn't need to be meat related.
I mean, it has nothing to do with your meal plan, but I'm jazzed. about it.
Tyler and I did decide that we're making a special snack for the weekend that is not on
it
our
puppy
meal
chow?
plan. It is not.
Okay.
Nope, it's not
Is
that.
it duck chicharrones?
It's also not that.
Fun for everyone.
You guys should keep guessing though. All the snacks in the world. This will be good.
I feel like I
Funfetti.
could
Is
figure
it?
out.
Is it? Candy corn?
Also not.
Candy corn.
What's the
Cotton candy.
Cotton candy.
This gave it away.
Yes, because that
I
was
am
all
not
you wanted
bringing
to
a
do
cotton
for
candy
Lucy's
machine.
birthday.
She did it.
I love
Yeah.
cotton candy.
It was like a 2-month discussion of can I
should I
have
do it?
people over? First of all, was the first question,
Yeah,
and
'cause
second
yeah.
of all,
pandemic.
can we have cotton candy? Is that appropriate?
Which
Then I
you
spent
could.
the $50 and rented the cotton candy machine.
I've never
Best
seen so much
$50.
angst in anybody's face as your discussion with yourself.
Yes.
Back and forth of, can I do
I have a
cotton
lot of
candy?
discussions with myself that are very angsty.
That's her.
Get
that's
to
her
know
state.
this.
Yeah.
Okay. Angst is my state. Okay, so our meal plan this week, fun birthday treats aside, is it's the start of Brattoberfest next week.
Ooh.
Yay.
Dun, 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 dun.
So we are featuring German recipes and then alternatives if you're not into the German cooking. So, we've been doing for the last couple weeks 2 options of meals to cook. So we are continuing that because you guys like it and we like you. So anyway, we are featuring pork one of the days, many of the days actually. But we've talked about how much my kids love
Do you know what
pork.
they call pork in Germany?
What?
Schweine!
Oh, yeah. Nick had to call me.
Yes.
I love that.
He had to call me to tell me the German recipes he was adding to the website because he needed to pronounce them all. So,
So this recipe is called Schweinebraten.
okay, that's the German one. I chose the alternative actually
the
because
American one?
we can
Lame.
still grill. That's why I'm like I love this weather. We're getting into the 60-degree weather, and so we are happy to grill in this still. So I chose the grilled pork loin roast. My children love it. Tyler loves to grill. It's a win-win for everyone. I care that we have food, so I'm happy too.
That picture looks like bread.
Yeah, it does. doesn't
It looks like raisin bread.
Well,
Look, it's eating
ra-
nice, really good char. on the
Yeah,
outside
that's
from the
great.
grill, and then-
raisin bread or grilled pork loin roast.
I love that.
But yeah, so we're cooking some pork. We're doing it on the grill because it's beautiful fall type weather, which I love. What are you doing, Nick?
I am making a cheesy ham potato soup. This comes from our friend Ron at Hill Valley Dairy. Shout out to Ron.
Ron.
I know you're listening as you're salting down your cheese.
Salting it down.
I got to see his wheelhouse the other day.
Yeah.
His cheese aging facility.
sad I missed it.
Super cool.
That is
Super
cool.
cool. Good
Is
work,
it up by
Ron.
Clock Shadow too?
It's at the family farm.
Yeah.
On
Cool.
Hill Valley Road.
yeah.
And
Oddly.
yeah, strange. I was like, hey Ron, where's the farm at? He's like, Hill Valley
Valley.
Road. Like, I've told you why we named it cheese.
Well,
Anyway, so I'm making this cheesy ham potato soup. Use Gouda. It's very Gouda. For dad joke.
That's a record, everybody. Maybe we'll skip them for the next 4 weeks.
A little bit of
Just kidding.
oh, sad dad.
Sad dad.
just, ham is great in soup.
Yeah. Soup is great.
We did this Polish thing the other day that was really good with I forget how convenient ham steaks are. You just get the one big slice of ham,
Sure, yeah.
cube it up. It's already cooked, so you can put into a skillet
That's
really
true,
fast, put
actually.
into
I
soup
forget
really
that, too.
fast, put into whatever.
Yeah.
It's cheap. It's really good.
Tasty.
Delicious.
Tasty. There's salt in
Salt.
it.
I was gonna say
There's
that's
a lot of
salt.
salt in it. There's, salt.
Important in cooking.
Yes, okay, everybody.
So it's very good.
You don't
So
need to add
cheesy
salt.
ham potato soup. Check it out. You can put a lot of cheese in it. It's delicious.
Yum. Great.
Cheese, ham, soup.
Nothing bad
And
about
we're
that.
transitioning
Oh.
to, fall season. So
We're
yeah.
moving on to fall seasons.
All right. Now
It's time.
for
Kid Corner. Did you sing that with us?
No, I
Oh my
mouthed
God, you
it
should have.
just for fun.
Our singing is really nice. I think that our listeners appreciate it.
I'm sure.
on the outline. I'm confused. It says twin
know.
story from us as children. So is this?
Oh.
Well, I'm going to let...
We had the same story.
No, you
This
tell
seems-
it because I have a second story that's better.
I see
With
it
a
in the
visual
notes.
aid from Shannon. So you
So
tell the
it's-
first one.
The way I see it, I'm like,
Okay.
is this a hoo-ha story or like?
No, it's not.
No hoo-ha. So this week for Kid Corner, you don't get to hear about my beautiful, wonderful Elliot and Lucy. Instead, you get to
I
hear about...
remember. I like that you almost forgot her name.
I know. I was
My
like,
beautiful
Elliot,
and
my other child, that girl. That girl that I
that
have.
girl that sleeps in our house.
She sometimes sleeps.
I thought about that a lot because the second kid gets called, even my darling Nolan gets called Max all the time.
Yeah, I mean, try it being a girl. Whatever.
Feels like it would be easier.
No, I mean, you're right. It should be. It's not.
Anyway.
So instead, you get to hear about Kid Corner stories from when Shannon and I were kids. I'm going to let Shannon start with the one that we both came to mind immediately.
Yeah, I feel like this came to mind because, when we were kids, there was no digital photography. So
That's
it's like
true.
the one
Yes,
printed
that is
photo.
right. It's like the photo that
floats
we
around.
both think
Yep.
of our childhood. Yeah.
So really, the picture is the two of us in the bathroom in our diapers, covered in toilet paper. We're probably
Bathroom
like
covered.
3 or something.
No,
2.
younger than that.
Yeah, maybe 2.
Yeah.
And we're just bathrooms covered in toilet paper. We're covered in toilet paper, and we are twins. Obviously, our sister's 2.5 years older than us. So my mom had her hands full. And the way she tells the story is just that she was doing dishes in the kitchen.
Brittany was in charge.
Brittany was, in charge or something. And all of a sudden, like, it had been too quiet for too long. And so she, like, checked on us, and we had crawled into the bathroom and unrolled every roll of toilet paper. The ones that were the backup under the sink, every single one. And it was all over. And the picture's adorable. And we just looked kind of innocent. And, like, it was perfectly innocent fun.
I do think of it
a little wasteful for the environment.
Little wasteful. And 2020, when everyone needs toilet paper.
Maybe that's what put Brittany on the path to environmentalism.
Probably she felt so scarred.
Yeah, she was in charge. She messed up.
That's some real guilt.
I don't know if she was in charge.
She's been on a crusade.
Wow.
I just assumed she was in charge.
Yeah, I mean, sure.
I do think that when it's like
Great American Outdoor Act passed, Brittany. Let me know if I'm killing the environment with my well water.
We need to know. Nick is
I really
mad.
think I talked to her about this, and I feel like I didn't know the answer.
I will say when my kids are silent, I am immediately like, red flag. Where are they? And Lucy loves the bathroom. So I'm like, but she more likes to like stick her hand in the toilet.
You're going to get what grandma would call your comeuppance.
Oh. Ooh.
Yeah.
My grandma used the word whippersnapper a lot, and that is the only way you can describe Lucy. Is like, she's a real whippersnapper.
A unit? A tank, not dainty.
Or a whippersnapper.
Not delicate flower. I love you.
Anyway.
Okay, so for me, Shannon, do you think you could stick your arms out?
All right.
We'll see if you can see this for YouTube viewers here. So for those of you that, okay, so unfortunately you probably can't.
Yeah.
But Shannon has an elbow that's not exactly straight, if you will. It's a little like curved.
Like that.
It's because I pushed her down the stairs.
Uh-huh.
So.
Oh my God, my sister did that to me.
What?
Really?
Yeah, Abby tried to murder me.
Okay, I didn't try to murder Shannon.
No, she admits
No one
to it.
knows
She
that.
tried to murder me.
Really?
And I'm the one that got sent to the corner over the situation.
Ooh.
Okay, I mean, I did admit that I said, Bidgie pushed Shanny down the
No,
stairs.
she's younger than me.
I have a story for that.
Okay.
I know why.
Listen up, people. I'm telling my story.
Okay, let's go.
So we were at my grandma's house, and my unfortunately, our grandpa was not doing well health-wise. So my mom was really, helping out in the other room, and we were just casually playing patty cake at the top of a wooden staircase.
Yeah.
And no gates, none of that existed at the time, and we were patty caking, and we like baker's manned too hard, and Shannon went. I'm sorry, my strong muscles pushed too hard, and Shannon went tumbling down the stairs and shattered her elbow.
Backwards, yeah.
So she went down a wooden staircase. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, like 15,
I don't think it was wooden,
20.
but still.
No,
It
it
was
was.
like
Mom said
18.
it was before carpet
before
got put
carpet.
on it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So like, dung, 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 dung.
Yeah.
And so like she landed on the landing 2 stairs from the bottom, and she shattered her elbow. And it never really got put back exactly the right way.
Medicine was different 21 years ago.
Nowadays people would sue the doctor, but so, and I went into the other, I must have like walked down the stairs, casually walked in the other room and said like, Bidgie pushed Shanny down the stairs.
Yeah.
And that was that. So
We're like, oh,
sorry.
okay.
Sorry about it.
Yeah, it's fine. They were afraid that it was never going to grow, like that my one arm would be like stunted
Like
in
T-Rex?
growth. Yeah, yes. And so they're just like grateful that it grew, regularly, but it's...
I mean, no one could tell if you had a long sleeve shirt on.
Yeah, that's fine.
So if
We're
you
fine.
see Shannon on the street, holler at her elbow.
God.
Rude.
Okay, Nick.
My story, not from time as a child.
Rough.
Simona, I think of Lucy every time I see her do this. We all know Lucy loves her shoes. Lucy's got
she
a
does.
strong shoe game. She
Sure
sees
does.
shoes, she puts them on. Simona sees shoes and she eats them.
Oh, delicious.
She sees socks and she eats them.
Oh, yum.
We have this hard time where it's starting to get to be fall. We like to go for outdoor walks, activities, things. Her and I go for a walk almost every night. We have this backpack. Shout out Ron and Josie. We put her in. I walk around to like the store because we can walk there or whatever. And we have this problem of you probably should have socks on when it's 55
cold.
degrees.
Yeah.
She will take her foot up to her mouth,
Yes.
take the sock off, and put it down her mouth.
Delicious, Simona.
We
thing
had
I ate this
7 socks in the car. All various degrees of wet,
Ew.
all various degrees of crumpled up. That I was like, what is going on here?
Oh my God.
And it's Simona taking all of the socks and eating them all, and we can't find them all. We try.
gross is that?
We see she has 2 socks off, and if we find one, we call it a victory.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
At a
But-
young age, socks go missing.
And so we take her to daycare, and we want to be responsible people.
She
And
only
we don't want to be like, here you guys go. She has no socks on. She's going to take them off. She's inside. She doesn't need them. So we put socks on when we get there.
Yep.
they
disappear
in the 15 feet
Yes.
that it takes to get into daycare. They disappear.
Didn't we
Zutano
product
booties.
rec
Zutano booties.
So anyway, yes,
It's a challenge at this age.
she just
Yeah.
eats them.
Yeah. I mean,
It's gross.
your kid, did she eat her toes?
I've
yeah.
had this discussion with her. Simona,
She's not listening.
she listens.
She's
to Daddy.
one. She's clearly not listening.
Obviously not.
I said, Simona, you're gross. Knock it off.
Oh,
Did that
poor
go well?
Simona.
She said, ah!
Yeah, she's turning 1, so she's saying like, "Screw you,
Yeah,
Dad."
things like no.
She's very
no.
good at saying, ah, and then
Yeah, see,
to
she's laughing
off.
at you.
That's girl for charming. I'm not going to listen.
Buy me some, cool shoes,
Give me
Daddy,
some
and maybe I'll
shoes.
keep them on.
Yeah.
I mean, shoes like Lucy, Dad.
Oh.
Well, I need to go thrift shopping.
Yeah.
Hey, her most recent shoes are from Target because she was with me, and I'm like, okay, I got to try these on because
Yeah.
you remember I had a challenge getting shoes to fit. So they're leopard print. They're awesome.
Because of her cankles.
That's right, guys. This has been a fun episode.
No.
Thank you so much for joining us,
You guys,
Shannon.
this was the best. I
You
will
want to come
anytime.
back all the time? It's
All the
so
time.
fun.
Yeah.
Maybe we'll do a campaign for champagne.
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 We'll probably still have the banner. I mean,
We
no big deal.
should do that. Maybe we could do that closer to the holidays.
Whatever.
Oh, the
Yeah.
holidays is going to get real crazy around here, guys.
I'll have to rack up
Get me
kid
off the
stories.
heezy.
Maybe we'll have an ugly sweater day. Okay,
guys,
advanced
so
planning.
fun.
Guys, thank you so much for listening.
you.
Make sure you should watch this one on YouTube this week. I'm just going to throw that out there.
You
Dinner
can
Plus
see Shannon's screwed up elbow.
kind of.
Yeah, but not really. I know.
Dinner Plus Drinks podcast on Instagram and Facebook. Thanks so much for listening along.
Be sure to subscribe, give us a rating, share us with your friends, however makes sense. We really appreciate it. And I guess, bye-bye.
Make sure to celebrate this week.